All right. I just got done talking to a UPS employee. Not only did I get to talk to him, but he had video to show me. And let me tell you, UPS is living foul. You may have heard that UPS employees get $45 an hour. That's true. But here's what happened. When that went through, UPS, they laid off at least half of the drivers, if not more. And in the warehouse, the people who load the trucks, they laid off everyone except for one person. And watching the video, unbelievable. I want you to imagine a warehouse. And I want you to imagine there's docks with UPS trucks backed up there. It's like 20 trucks. And I want you to imagine one human being gathering all the boxes from the warehouse and loading them into the trucks. And I mean completely loading them. The UPS drivers that remain, they have to do twice the work that they used to. And they already worked really hard. Now they got to do twice the work. That one individual who works in a warehouse to load the trucks, I asked a simple question. What happens when they get burnt out? There's no way a human being could do what he's doing 5 days a week forever. He told me that once he hits the wall, he's burnt out, can't do it. They will call in another guy to do it. And when he gets burnt out, they'll bring back the other guy and just rotate, keep it going. Now, in a given day, this individual will load by hand, I would say around 10,000 or more boxes. And these could be the littlest box to the biggest box. Light to heavy. He's got to do it all by himself. On this video, he showed me the dude. And you want to talk about a guy who had the face of someone who was angry, frustrated, burnt out. This man had the face. I wish I could show you the video, but I can't. Because if UPS should happen to see this video, they could easily identify where this is at and they will get in trouble. So I'm not going to do that. But all I can tell you, it was not a happy guy. And then the worker who's laid off, he said they're on call, but he has not been called back. And I said, do you think Christmas time you'll get called back? Busy time. And he says no, because he believes what they'll do is what they always do, and that is hire temp workers. So during the Christmas season, UPS will hire temps for $18 an hour, and they will have them do the majority of the work, while the regular workers who make more money do less work. Common tactic by companies. So UPS, it sounded good. Employees getting $45 an hour sounded real good. But the cost was everyone in the warehouse except for one person is gone. Over half, if not over half of the drivers are gone. So things are not better than they used to be at UPS. Had I been there with the negotiations, knowing how rich people are, I would have had it in the contract that you cannot lay off anyone. You will keep all the workers and pay them. That's what I would have did. And when I did that, that's when they would have said, nope, we're not doing it. We're not giving you 45. Fine. Let's work together on this. So that is just extremely foul by UPS. Very evil. Rich people are evil as general rule. If a rich person does something, they want at least double back in return for what they've done. Rich people don't do anything for the good. They do everything to get back. So, yeah, I just have no love for rich people. Rich people are the scum of the earth. They are all evil. They are all no good. Rich people in this world have the ability to really make everyone's life financially good. They all can provide, jobs that would pay them very well to have a nice, comfortable life, especially in this country. But it's just not the case because rich people are greedy. They want all the money. A lot of places, they could afford to double their employees' pay, making them very happy, making them have a very comfortable life, and it wouldn't cost them anything, but they won't do it. You guys would be shocked at what percent of the income that companies use on their labor. So it is extremely low. It's like 1%, 1 to 5%. 1 to 5% of their profits go to labor. That's pathetic. It truly is. You want to listen, if rich people, if they had it their way, everyone would be a slave. They would bring back slavery, and you would just be a slave working for free. Trust me, if rich people had it their way, that is how it would be. Rich people lament the fact they have to pay anyone. They hate it. It keeps them up at night. And they pay people to come up with ways to not pay people. And I'll tell you about this company I know for a fact. I'm not going to mention names, because I can't, but I'll tell you this. This company, their employees don't have a union. Mistake. So this company, they took away these workers. I talked to some workers. They took away at one time, in one swoop, they took away their pension. They took away $4 from their per hour pay. They decreased their benefits and insurance and all that stuff. They took away 14 holiday days from them paid. They decreased vacation time and other things. And also, they were supposed to get a raise recently, but they were told instead of getting a raise, they're going to use that money to buy TVs to put around the building. They don't have a union, so there's nothing they can do about it. So you see how this goes on. A union, it's like, imagine a government where there was only Democrats, that's it. Or there was only Republicans, that's it. The reason why we have two parties is for checks and balances. To me, every job should have a union for checks and balances. When you have a union, you have the legal right to have a seat at the table, to bargain for things, to demand things, to say things ain't going right. So if this place, what I'm talking about, had a union, when they brought up taking their raise money and instead buying TVs, if they had a union, the union wouldn't have allowed that. And when they took away their pension and all that stuff, the union would have fought that. They wouldn't allow that. So right now, a lot of people, they don't want a union because they're afraid if they get a union that they'll just close the place down and move it, which there's always a very good chance of that happening. That's how evil these people are. So here's the bottom line, ladies and gentlemen. You have rich people and everyone else. Rich people want every single dollar in the world, literally. They don't want to help anyone. They don't want to share it. They want it for themselves. Workers get screwed time and time and time again. What can you do? Really, what can you do? I have an idea. It will never happen. But I wonder, what if every single person stopped working? No one in the world worked, except for hospitals. I don't want people dying because there wasn't a nurse or a doctor. And of course, firefighters and police, essential, truly essential jobs. But everyone else just don't work. What would the rich people do then? What could you do, rich person? It'd be an interesting situation, wouldn't it? But of course, that would never happen. So anyway, I have no love for rich people, no love whatsoever. They could be doing so much for people, but they don't. And let me know in the comments your guys' thoughts.